Hi, my name is Tanika, and my topic of inquiry was about overfishing in Australia. Now, overfishing is considered one of the greatest threats against the ocean's ecosystem. Due to overfishing, fish like the bluefin tuna are now classified as critically endangered, with their population down to less than 5%. On the Australian Bureau of Statistics page, it states that in 2008, 18 of the 98 fish stocks, which is 18%, surveyed in Australian government managed fisheries, were overfished or subject to overfishing. It would seem things have only gotten worse as the fishery status reports from 2016 showed that of the 93 fish stocks reviewed, there are 27 overfished or subject to overfishing. Thus, it has now escalated to 29%. Also damaging the ocean's ecosystems would be the variety of modern fishing methods used to overfish, which have the potential to be irreversibly destructive. For example, bottom trawling uses wide nets armed with heavy metal rollers, which can crush everything in the path of the gear, destroying fragile corals, smashing rock formations, and killing several tons of fish and animals as bycatch. As such, these practices can wreak havoc on delicate marine ecosystems. Bycatch also plays a role in instability of the ocean's ecosystem, as bycatch is not just limited to just unwanted fish, but rather affects all types of marine life, including whales, dolphins, porpoises, first seals, albatrosses, and turtles. To investigate the project or inquiry at hand, different methods of research were conducted. Initially, Google's search engine proved useful. Searchable keywords included overfishing in Australia, overfishing bluefin tuna, overfishing causes, impacts, and conservation. These keywords were then used to find academic journals, articles, and statistics. Google's search engine led to activist pages such as Greenpeace and WWF. Google also led to the Australian Government Statistics page, which proved useful and was used for the investigated inquiry. To then enhance finding information on the inquiry topic, using Google Scholar with Curtin University was useful to find relevant and abundant journal articles. Although websites found through Google search engines such as Australian Marine Conservation Society and Greenpeace provided plentiful article resources, which was useful and helpful. Overall, there were many websites dedicated to the inquiry and there were plenty of news articles and such. But the few challenges presented was that activist pages such as Greenpeace tended to be biased, and also some statistics from certain and specific years that I wanted proved to be harder to find. I have found plentiful amounts of information in regard to overfishing, such as statistics about overfished stocks in Australia, the current status of the bluefin tuna, overfishing and how it impacts the oceans, ecosystems, and the findings on bycatch. These were all definitely key findings, but I believe more investigation needs to be done in relation to how overfishing is being combated and future intentions on marine conservation in regard to overfishing. Overfishing can certainly be linked to the Australian curriculum, the Year 6 curriculum in particular. The content descriptor states in this year, students investigate the inquiry that the growth and survival of living things are affected by physical conditions of their environment. This can directly correlate to overfishing, as overfishing has an impact on the growth, survival, and overall abundance of marine life, which adversely affects their ecosystem and environment, which will then in return again affect the marine life itself. Overfishing enables students to make distinctive links between the sustainability addressed aspect of the curriculum and real-world issues and concerns. For example, a key idea within the sustainability curriculum is actions for a more sustainable future reflect values of care, respect, and responsibility and require us to explore and understand environments. This can directly relate to the importance of understanding the environmental impact overfishing has and how humans can assist in creating a more sustainable future through caring, respecting, and taking responsibility for their actions. An example is adhering to possession limits and size limits, and fish with a pole and line, which is more sustainable.